Welcome back to another recording. Hey, we're going to do an exciting song today. It's called Rejoice. It's a little bit fast paced. So, the techniques that I'm using in here, I can kind of get away with because of how fast the song is. I don't usually do syncopation, especially when you're using a slower song. It just sticks out, it doesn't fit. But you're going to find out some of these things really fit into this song. One note about the microphone. The way I'm recording this is I have just using an iPhone. I have it set on a music stand not far away, and that a lot of times the music starts, I'm not playing. You'll hear them relatively louder. But then as soon as I begin to play, the microphone kind of blocks them out and focuses on the loudest sound, which it's sitting right next to me. So if you're listening to balance, it doesn't sound balanced, but in real time, it is balanced. So let's talk about this. So I'm really doing some things that for me, I'm having a lot of fun. It's a fast moving song, and I am using syncopation. You're going to see some things that I do on the hi hat. I'm just having a lot of fun with it. Now, they're basically just rudiments that I'm doing. Some are bounce sticks, a lot of them are open sticks. It takes a lot of, I'll just say it, it takes a lot of skill to do that. You just don't sit down at a drum set and just decide to do some of those things I'm doing on the hi hat. But I'll tell you what I do. My poor family. I sit and watch television with a pair of drumsticks in my hand. And if you're watching we were watching some TV show, it's a drama trying to figure out who murdered or who robbed the bank or whatever, one of those deals. And if they play a little bit of a song, I kind of tap to it. Or I'll sit there and I'll just tap on the stool and the arm of the couch. Do rolls for the right hand, rolls starting with the left hand, and just sit there. And whatever my brain tells my hand to do, try and respond to it. And so I really sit there during the whole show. They have to listen to me while they watch the television show. And I'm sitting there doing these rudiments, or I'll pick a rudiment and try and play it at whatever pace the commercial is, or whatever pace the song is in the TV show. And I work on those skills all the time, usually daily. But so you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to learn some rudiments, find out what they are, and work on them so that your mind and your hand they work as a team. The one responds quickly to the other. You'll see that technique. I'm having too much fun. Let me say another thing. It's 6/8 times. So you're going to see I'm going to emphasize the one, I'm going to emphasize the six, I'm going to emphasize the one, and I'm playing the one and the six a bit louder because that's the way the 6/8 goes. 3/4 is a lot like it. I like 6/8 better. But if you can listen for that, that's the skill you have to get for 6/8. Now, a lot of times I'm playing at a church, I'm playing in a big auditorium. Everybody's mic'd except me. The only way I am mic'd is the bass drum's mic'd, the snare and the hi hat are mic'd, but not for the auditorium. Their microphone for the live stream. So everything I play has to make it to the back seat. All right. So the problem with that is when you do a lot of fills and you go around your tom toms, it's just so muddy, all of the sound that's bouncing off this wall, bouncing off that wall. So I try and beat the system. And what you'll see I'll do is that I'll go around. In fact, I think I have it marked. Yes, right around the 2 minute mark, you'll see I'm going to instead of going around the tom toms, I'll go brr, 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 and I'll do triplets or something on each one with a distinct break in between, so that they'll hear this tom tom, then they'll hear that tom tom, then they'll hear the other tom tom, and it doesn't muddy together. But you could do slower beats in there, but I choose to do the triplets that I'm throwing in there because it's a real fast-paced song. It's just moving along. Now, we have the choir standing, right next to me. I can't see most of the auditorium because I'm behind them. But I've watched them in the live stream. They're loving it. They're loving all that's going on. This song is moving and they're having a great time. If there's one spot towards the end, you can hear somebody. They must be clapping behind their back because I hear somebody's hands clapping, which is that's okay. We're having a good time. We're rejoicing in the Lord. Rejoicing is a high energy experience. And so the song's going to match that. I also do something at the 2 minute mark, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 seconds, something like that. Just I like to play pairs of tom toms. I'll take maybe this high one and the real low one. I know which ones go together on that set. On my set at home, it's a little different because they're tuned differently. But on these, you're going to see that I'm going to go bum 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 bum, and I'm going to do it in pairs. I'm playing the left hand and the right hand at the same time, and so I'm putting a two-note chord out into the auditorium, and it's better than just a single note fill. It changes things up. It's a little different. It makes it fresh, and it makes it a lot of fun. I want to have a great time while I'm playing. I love to play. My wife said to me today, I didn't play today. She says, did you have a hard time not playing today? I said, yes. I said, I want to play every Sunday. I don't want to not play. I always want to play, but I can't. The Lord wants other people and their talents. He wants to use them, and He wants to use them to minister to others. So I don't get it all, but whatever I get, I'm having a blast. So I think you have it all that I have here today. It's a great time. It's a fast-paced song. There's a few other things you're going to see that I do. It's just the result of me sitting there working on eye hand technique. I'll just be playing, and you're going to see me go. Brrrt. If you blink, you miss it. I'm going to do maybe 4/16 notes on the snare drum and hit a cymbal, and it's that fast. And that just comes from sitting and working on mind hand control. You can work it reading music. Whatever you read, you're making your hands do it, and then you can play it faster and faster so that your hands do what your mind says. Or you can do what I do: sit there and just work on little patterns, and don't let any break in between. Just keep doing different twists and turns on triplets and fast notes together, and make your hands respond to your mind. Then when you're behind the set and you get an idea, boom, it comes out because you're so used to doing that. Hey, it's great serving the Lord. I hope you see how much fun I'm having in the song. I'm having too much fun. Sometimes you'll see these things on social media. My little pet peeve. They say, how much do you get paid for playing at church? Or they should be paying us for playing at church. Really? It's a privilege to be able to pay. And plus, all my rewards are going to be in heaven. I'm not, everything you give me here, I'm going to spend it on something and it's going to burn up, man. I'm putting rewards in heaven. But really, the blessing and the reward and payment is I get to play. And people just love it when the worship team creates a great atmosphere for them to begin to sing in their heart. People say things almost every week. Somebody says something about they appreciate, they enjoy, they like it, and I'm glad for it because the Lord's using it and He wants to use you too. Got to make yourself better and better and better. You can never just sit back. Nobody's ever arrived. Let's just grow. Hope you can learn from this. Watch how much fun I'm having. Take care. See you next time.